I'm Shay Russell from mining.com.au, and joining me today is Dan Denbow, the CEO for Signature Resources. Dan, it's fabulous to see you again. How are you?
I'm great. It's good to speak to you.
Dan, congratulations on releasing the mineral resource estimate for your Lingman Lake project in Ontario. Can you run me through some of the key numbers here?
Sure. And we were very pleased to get that out to close out the first half of the year, for at least for us, for up here in the northern hemisphere. We've been on a journey since 2022 of really relooking at this project, trying to move it forward, conducting drilling, new geologic models, all driving to this point where we finally get a resource out. It shows that this project earns the right to keep being worked on. I think it's a very, very good start for a very shallow open pit starter. So it contained, a total of 20 million tons. 2 million of those tons are in the indicated category, 95,000 ounces at 1.38 grams. 18 million tons were in the inferred category, containing 674,000 ounces. I think that's a very good start. What it also is very good to see when you look at the cutoff grade and look at the table, it has a 0.3 gram cutoff grade for it. 55-degree pit walls is how they came up with the 0.3 grams. But if you take it and look at moving the cutoff grade, if we move the cutoff grade to 1.0, we still have over 500,000 ounces near surface, or at surface basically, at a gram of 1.99, roughly 2 grams. So if you want to start at surface with a starter pit of over 500,000 ounces, I think that's pretty attractive. That's not where we're stopping. And we're going to continue to keep doing more work. But this resource told us where to go, where to keep looking. We have kind of 3 great areas to look at to keep driving growth for this prospect.
I noticed in the announcement that essentially it hints that you could either go further out sideways along strike or that you could continue to drill down at depth. Tell me, when it comes to designing future exploration plans, where are you going to start?
We're going to be looking in three main areas when we look at it. I mean, there's 3 great ways to drive this forward. And so we're looking to do 6,000 meters this year, probably followed up with 12,000 meters in 2026. That gives us about enough time. We don't have to drill into the very hard winter. And that's about what we can accomplish. Just to remind everybody, we own our own exploration camp. We own our own drill rigs. We have 2 drill rigs at camp. So that helps us with cost quite a bit. Even though it is a fly-in, fly-out operation, we still are doing exploration at roughly $500 per meter up there at a remote location. So it's fairly attractive for Ontario fly-in, fly-out operation. But there's 3 great ways to expand it at depth. We still have not found the source. This gold is coming from somewhere. We know it's coming from deep. A lot of things in this Red Lake area get better as they go deeper. Grade improves as they go deeper. We need to chase it deeper. If we can do that, we can also drag down the pit. If you look at it, there's some ounces left outside the pit design because the pit wasn't deep enough. We can drag the pit lower. There's probably another 100,000, maybe more, that was already in the mineral resource model that can get drawn into the pit. Infill, we can do that very well. Also, when they assayed prior to our drill program this last year, they did selective assaying. Anything along the drill hole that had no assays got a 0 in the model. If we can infill, come close to those, draw those zeros into the model with some grade, and we know there's grade outside the high grade core, those can become profitable blocks as well. We know there's an area in the north zone that we discovered with channel sampling that we need to test. That also would be really infill drilling because it's right near the old mine site. And then the best area that's going to be more wildcatting out to the west is trying to pull that in because we have mineral blocks within the resource that are kind of on islands. If we can fill in around those islands and connect the whole west zone together, we're going to draw in more gold that way as well. And then we think it continues to extend east and west. We're probably going to keep trying to drive the west first, try to draw in these blocks and see how it turns. It looks like it's turning a little to the northwest. So those are infill, west, and deep. Those are our 3 targets. We have to be careful of our money. We have to spend it wisely, so we will plan that accordingly. but that's where we're going to take that 6,000 meters and then follow it with the 12,000 meters hopefully next year.
Certainly sounds like there's some exciting exploration opportunities ahead. But in the more near term future, what can investors look forward to hearing from Signature Resources?
But I think, I guess two things that we're going to be that we could come. One, naturally, we got to pay for the exploration, so we're going to have to do an equity raise, and we're not sneaking up on anybody. Everybody's going to know that. So we do need to do an equity raise. That'll be happening fairly soon, so we can start our drill program as we finish designing it. Also, we did do a channel sampling program, 110 samples we collected in May. We should get those results over the next couple of months. That will be looking at that north zone again, looking at some outcroppings over some exciting holes we had on the west zone, seeing if it comes to surface, so we'll have those results. And then hopefully we'll get started drilling once we get the money raised, and then be having those results and that activity coming forward. We also are looking at doing a small MET program, metallurgical study at the end of this drill program. That would be more January, February, probably by the time we can get to that, collect those samples, get done, maybe a little bit longer. And then we're also doing some lithography studies and a gold deportment study. We would expect those results to be happening in the fall as well. So we're doing a lot of looking, thinking, and drilling on this prospect to try to drive it forward and keep making it better.
Listen, Dan, thank you so much for your time today. It was great speaking with you.
Thank you very much.